And that's the beauty of the game. I love the fact that we have made it a culture that we use football as an opportunity to celebrate our cultural heritage, our pride, our fashion. So guys, if you are a regular on this channel, you know that I'm someone who loves football so much. I mean, if you followed the just concluded World Cup, you know that when it concerns Africa, I was given, updates, giving my own analysis just for the love of the game. And it gives me so much joy doing it because I just love, especially when the game is a continental game and it's a game between countries. I'm just always in. So, if you also remember during WAFCON 2025, slash 2026, I also, followed it in a way. But in all of this, one part that gets me really, really, I always start from the beginning, and that part is always how they arrive. How they arrive is always something I look forward to all the time. When they did the World Cup, I looked forward to it. I even did a compilation of how African countries arrived, and most especially the fact that when they arrived, share display of African culture, the pride, the beauty, how fashionable we are. It's always something that I love to project on my channel because almost like all the countries representing Africa, they have a way of, showcasing, especially when they come off with their traditional outfit. There's always a thing that binds all of us together, when they keep it strictly traditional, strictly African. So yeah, I remember doing that during AFCON 2025. I did I called it African drip. No, I called it AFCON drip. Yes, I called it AFCON drip and showcased how the team, what they wore when they arrived, different countries on the continent. I also did it for the 10 African countries that represented Africa during the 2026 World Cup. And I say, hey, the women would not be left out. If they even talk about fashion, it's women that are more fashionable than men. So why not? So I was ready to give that same level of attention to what the women will be wearing at this year's Women's AFCON called WAFCON, right? As you guys may already know, the WAFCON, that's the Women African Cup of Nations, is starting today, and 16 African countries will be taking part. Of course, yours truly, Nigeria, will be there. I mean, some brought it, some just, like as if they strolled in. And some people arrived there like they were, going for like a hangout. Okay, so we'll go through all of them and then you decide which was your best, okay? And don't say because women are playing is women football, we're not going to follow it. The same level of attention and coverage you guys gave to AFCON and gave to the World Cup, also give it to WAFCON, okay? Now, from tailored suits to vibrant cultural pieces and sleek travel wears, all was on display. All, I tell you, was on display. Now, the team arrived in Morocco with confidence, elegance, and unmatchable national pride. Anyway, if you're new here, my name is Osih-Oyelude. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. So let's begin with Central African country, Cameroon. I'm starting with Cameroon because Cameroon, their picture was the first I saw on social media. And I was like, okay, not bad. Wasn't bad, but I think it was giving this uniform vibe like those in SS1, like if you're in Nigeria, SS1, SS2, SS3, that kind of, you want to wear your jacket and your short skirt and your knee level skirt and your, all feeling yourself and all of that. That was the vibe it was given. And it was good. It looked good. Looking at them, the way they appeared, it looked good. But Cameroon had this timeless elegance with a school-inspired twist. Now, the Cameroon Lioness made one of the most, what I would call, unforgettable entrance because, I mean, if you look at it, this style would not leave your memory anytime soon. Stepping out in a navy blue tailored blazers, pleated skirt, crisp white shirt, matching tie, and a socks. Now, the gold and red detailing on the lapel added a distinct Cameroonian touch. I think that fabric there is what the Cameroonians call togo. I hope I got that right. Now, the beret completed the polished ensemble. It was a vintage academy-inspired look that blended discipline, confidence, and sophistication, turning the team's arrival into a fashion statement. I agree, even if it looks like a school, school uniform, but it's okay, it wasn't bad. Now, let's move to Morocco, that's the host. Morocco sporting simplicity on their home soil. The host nation embraced understated confidence with coordinated red Puma polo shirt, paired with black shorts and white sneakers. Clean lines with most wearing a matching sunglasses and a relaxed smile. I must say, I had to, I observed that. And that reflected a team comfortable in its own skin. And this shot, the setting looks really beautiful. You can see behind them the iconic Hassan II Mosque at the background. Now, the Atlas Lioness looked ready to welcome Africa while keeping their focus firmly on the football. Yes, they are not a team that you should underrate. I remember that they played the finals with Nigeria in the last AFCON, hosted also in Morocco. I remember there were two, goals up. A lot of us thinking the game was over. Then Nigeria came back first with a penalty shoot by Okoronkwo, and then the first assist to Ijamilisu that scored the second goal, and then the third goal by Echejine. Also, Okoronkwo assisted in that goal. So the 3 goals that Nigeria used to win that finals, that made it the 10th time for the Falcons, this lady Okoronkwo played, that Esther Okoronkwo played a huge role after the penalty she took, and then the 2 assists. So she was all in. So I just remember that game so much. I think also they were also at the finals. That's with South Africa, and South Africa won that one. So they really are in to win. So you underrate them at your own risk. Okay? I just said I should put it out there so you understand the team you're about to meet, especially those in Group A. And I think her group has Kenya there, other teams there. And by the way, they already flogged Kenya 4-0. Morocco versus Kenya 4-0. And before then, Algeria and Senegal played. That was like the opening game. Algeria versus Senegal was the opening game in Group A. And when Algeria played Senegal, that game ended 2-0. So Morocco, the host, already flogged Kenya, I repeat, 4-0. So you see what I'm talking about? Don't underrate them. They will come back with that venom that Nigeria used to defeat them at the finals of the last WAFCON. Okay? Just saying. Okay, all right, next we have Cabo Verde. Of late, Cabo Verde, they've been making like some kind of statement when it comes to football. You see how they performed during the World Cup? Their keeper, Vozinga, I hope I got that name right, and he also made the FIFA's best 11 team. He was the goalkeeper that made the team. So anybody who wants to underrate Cabo Verde, at your own risk too, because if you check it, the female football in Africa is growing. So anybody who wants to underrate anybody, now you sabi. So this was how the Cabo Verde female national team, they arrived in Morocco. They opted for a modern monochrome look, arriving in coordinated white short sleeve top and a matching tailored shorts, featuring subtle black pattern detailing by the chest region. Now, the minimalist design was elevated by sleek sneakers, sunglasses, and carefully selected accessories. Now, it was fresh, refined, and effortlessly stylish, a proof that simplicity can be striking. Of course, that of Cabo Verde was also striking as well. Now let's move to Kenya. This is what I call casual travel done just right. Now, Kenya Harambee starlets embraced practical travel fashion without sacrificing style. Black bombers jacket featuring Kenya's national colors on the sleeves were paired with white t-shirt, black shirts, white trainers, and bright red backpacks that added a vibrant pop of color. Now, rolling suitcases in their hands, the squad looked relaxed, coordinated, and ready for business. Yes. All right, next we have the Zambian national female football team. Now, they are sharp executive class Zambia couple queen. Now, they chose classic business attire, arriving in a well-tailored navy suits with crisp white shirt. Now, some players completed the look with stylish sunglasses, adding that extra confidence and personality. Now, their appearance projected professionalism, of course, maturity and quiet confidence, perfectly fitted for one of Africa's strongest contenders. Yes, underrate them again at your own risk, because all the teams, they're all going there to win. So anyone you want to underrate because you feel like, oh, this one no sabi, at your own risk. That's all I'm saying. Okay. All right. So next we have the Algerian female national team, coordinated athletics sophistication. Now the Algerian squad arrived in a matching green Adidas tracksuit, accented with white stripes and subtle red highlights, inspired by the national flag. Now the coordinated luggage, backpacks, and athletics footwear completed a clean, functional travel look that balanced comfort and national identity. Now it was practical without compromising elegance. Yes, it might look sporty, but that can be classified as sporty elegance. Now, if I say so myself. Okay. All right, next we have the Senegalese national team. Yes, cultural pride meets modern fashion. Now, Senegal delivered one of the tournament's, some people say standard fashion moment, with beautiful patterned cream and green sleeveless tunics. A lot of people liked it. Now, it was layered over crisp white shirt. Now, the geometric print celebrated African design while maintaining a contemporary feel, paired with matching trousers. Now, the lioness showcased a perfect blend of heritage, elegance, and modern sophistication. So quickly, I don't want this video to be very long. Let's move to the Ivorian female national team. Bright, bold, and full of energy, the Ivorian lit up Morocco with vibrant orange bumper jacket layered over crisp white shirt and flowing white trousers. The bright orange reflected the national colors, while chunky black loafers and subtle accessories completed a fresh, confident look. Now, their arrival radiated warmth, optimism, and unmistakable Ivorian flair. I agree. So next we have the Malawian female national team. They arrived in Morocco for the 2026 WAFCON. Now, the Scorchers didn't just arrive in Morocco, they arrived wrapped in the colors of Malawi. Their elegant cape-inspired outfit were a powerful reminder that football is more than a game. It's also an opportunity to proudly wear your nation's identity for the world to see. Draped in national pride, Malawi Scorchers made a memorable entrance into Morocco by embracing a look that was both elegant and deeply symbolic. The players arrived wearing coordinated emerald green trousers, paired with flowing black ponchos, beautifully trimmed in the vibrant red, green, and black colors of Malawian flag. The cape-style outerwear gave the team a regal, almost ceremonial appearance, transforming a simple arrival into a proud display of national identity. Black trainers completed the outfit, adding a modern practical touch, while keeping the ensemble sleek and travel-friendly rather than relying on bold patterns or flashy accessories. Malawi let the strength of their national color do the talking, and you can boldly hear it. Their coordinated attire reflected unity, confidence, and cultural pride, ensuring they stood out with understated elegance as they stepped into Moroccan soil. So next we have the female national team of Mali, and they proved that you don't need an extravagant, outfit to make an impression. Their coordinated travel wear, proudly carrying the national colors, showcased a team arriving with purpose, unity, and quiet confidence ahead of the WAFCON 2026. The highlight of the outfit was the bold Mali inscription across the back of their shirt, displayed in a country's iconic green, yellow, and red color. It was a simple but powerful statement that ensured their national pride was on full display. The arrival may have been understated compared to some of the tournament's more elaborated fashion display, but it reflected confidence, unity, and professionalism, qualities very serious contenders hope to carry into the competition. Now, I didn't have clearer pictures of the Malian team, you can see that it wasn't really like coordinated picture and all of that. But nonetheless, it still, told the story that it was supposed to tell. So next, we have the female national team of Ibrahim Traore's country, Burkina Faso. Now they arrived dressed for the journey ahead, clad in the vibrant red, yellow, and green of their national colors. The Italian dames blended comfort with pride. The combination of Burkina Faso's national color gave the delegation a bold and energetic appearance. They arrived in Morocco with one goal: to compete. And that's it. That is it. Period. Okay? All right, next we have the Black Queens of Ghana. Now, the queens arrived in Morocco like, what I would call group of friends with different styles, but one shared mission, from hoodies and baggy denims to sporty streetwear and casual chic, outfits. It's more like streetwear meets confidence. Instead of matching outfit, the players embraced individual streetwear looks that reflected personality, confidence, and effortless style, while still maintaining a relaxed team vibe. Neutral tones mixed with bold pieces, giving each player the freedom to express their own fashion identity without losing sight of the team's collective spirit. The Black Queens looked comfortable, fashionable, and ready for the challenge ahead. When I saw that, I was like, I was just, really looking forward to seeing, something Kente-like or something coordinated. And I decided to do it this way. First of all, it looked, all over the place for me. But thinking about it, yeah, everybody don't have to appear, wearing coordinated outfits. Sometimes maybe freedom to express, give that fashion expression that everyone can bring to the table and still look, good. And they look good. So next, let's talk about South Africa, the Banyana girls of South Africa. For some reason, I didn't see, anything that looks like, their arrival photographs and all of that. But I saw this, and it was more like a photo shoot. So I saw this in one of, CAF handles on social media, and they tagged it photo shoot for Banyana. And I said, okay, looking out for something and like some kind of arrival or, just something, how they arrive. And I didn't see it. Maybe this one can suffice. And this is more like the photo shoot of the players wearing their national jersey. So this is what I saw, and that can work too for them, okay? So yeah, that is South Africa. They are also there to compete for the WAFCON. Remember, South Africa won the last AFCONs before Nigeria won the last one. So yeah, they are also the team to look out for in this tournament. So yeah, saving the best for last. Yes, my country, yours truly, the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Of course, they will always make a fashion statement. Anyhow, any way you choose to look at it, of course, they came and they came hard, repping green and white to the max. Yes, this is the Super Falcons. This is how they arrived Casablanca in Morocco.
Whistle blows, we rise again. Green, white, green running through our veins.
And trust me, if fashion was a goal, Nigeria would have already have lifted the AFCON yet again for this 2026 edition. Now, the Super Falcons arrived Morocco draped in culture, wrapped in elegance, and dressed like true queens of African football, if I say so myself. A regal celebration of culture and identity, Nigeria's Super Falcons made one of the most breathtaking arrival ahead of the WAFCON 2026, choosing tradition over convention in a display that celebrated the country's rich cultural heritage. The delegation stepped out in beautifully coordinated emerald green gowns, adorned with bold white tie and dye inspired patterns, created a striking visual that immediately commanded attention. The flowing dresses were complemented by matching green head wraps. That's what we call our gili-skentele, giving the ensemble a regal and unmistakably Nigerian touch, blending contemporary flair with timeless African elegance. The coordinated look wasn't just fashionable. It was a proud cultural statement that reflected unity, confidence, and national identity. Rather than opting for typical travel attire, the Super Falcons turned their arrival into a celebration of Nigeria's tradition, proving that football and culture can work hand in hand. Their grand entrance radiated dignity, pride, and sophistication, ensuring they arrived in Morocco not only as one of Africa's football powerhouse, but also as one of tournament's best dressed team, if I say so myself. Okay? Trust me, Nigeria will not carry last. Kpata na draw. Like they came. If you also look at the different contents, like they were just so fun in their outfit. Even some of them trying to mimic, old like Mwada kind of thing. But it was just beautiful. They made so many beautiful content. Like they made it really, really exciting in their outfits. Trust me, when Nigeria is there, it is different. They brought it and they just made this whole thing very, very exciting. And I'm so looking forward to them. Underestimate them. They are the defending champions. Underestimate Falcons, Super Falcons at your own risk. I am so rooting for them, of course. We are wishing them well, sending them, to Morocco with all the wishes and, goodwill that we as Nigerians, our spirit, goes with them in all they do. 10 times champion, no be beans. Okay? I remember what I said in the beginning. Came from 2-0 down when they played the last, finals during the last AFCON with Morocco, the host, and they won 3-2. That is a mark of a champion. Okay, so we are rooting for them again. I know they can do it. All right. So yes, I have 2 other countries that I didn't see anything. I don't know. So at the time of doing this video, I didn't see the arrival of Egypt female national team and that of Tanzania. So if I see them eventually, I might just do like another video for 2 of them so that I know that I represented everyone. But for now, let no one come and ask me, oh, I didn't see Egypt, I didn't see Tanzania. I didn't see them too myself. Okay, as of the time of doing this video, I didn't see that. So yeah, let me just, put that out there. But hey, we wish all of them all the best. They all brought it, even the ones that wore tracksuit, the ones that wore casual, the ones that wore baggy jeans and pants, the ones that didn't wear, coordinated outfit. Everybody brought it their own way. And that's the beauty of the game. I love the fact that we have made it a culture that we use football as an opportunity to celebrate our cultural heritage, our pride, our fashion. And you see, it also reflected during the World Cup. Let us just not all just come and watch the game. Other things can thrive around the game, okay? And fashion is one of them. Thank God Africans are making it like, okay, they are paying attention to how they arrive. It is now a big deal. People are looking forward to it. When I was looking for these visuals and looking for pictures and videos, I was like, hey, what's going on? Because this is what I always love to do, because I love to celebrate African fashion and African, cultural heritage. So yeah, guys, all of this, not 16 countries taking part, but I only featured 14 countries because I didn't see Egypt and Tanzania. So which of this outfit did it for you? Let me know in the comment section, okay? All right, guys, I see you again in my next video. Bye for now.